Hi, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jamie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast. As the owners of Hired Hand website software, we've been developing websites and creating internet marketing strategies for livestock breeders for the past 10 years.
The majority of our customers are involved in the breeding of registered animals, such as Texas Longhorns, Highland cattle, horses, and white-tailed deer, where the pedigrees are very important. The From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast examines many of the differences in raising pedigreed livestock for maximum profit. Join us and learn what we're covering today.
So today we are talking with the gentleman that we've previously talked with. So these tips that I'm going to give you now are maybe more of a quiz than an introduction to see if you remember from last time. But this gentleman lives in Indiana. He's been in the salvage business now for 32 years. And he sold his salvage business roughly 11 years ago and has recently started a new one. He's owned Longhorns for the past 18 years, so since 2003. He's a former pastor, and he says Horseshoe J. Important is arguably the best cow that they have ever owned. Well, welcome, Bill. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So we're here today to talk about your Fort Worth sale. Do you want to remind everybody of the location and the date?
Yeah, it's a River Ranch in the historic Fort Worth Stockyards, and May 28, May 29. So just a few days from now, Memorial Day weekend.
Yep, very nice. And what's the schedule for the event? I know it's a 2-day event, but what are the details?
5 p.m. we have a heifer sale on Friday night. May 28th, Friday night, 5 p.m. We're going to sell 36 heifers. And then we come back on Saturday at 2 p.m. and we'll have the cow sale. We'll be selling 51 cows on Saturday afternoon starting at 2 o'clock.
Okay, sounds fun. So it's you and Lorinda and Elizabeth again for the sale house, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, we've been partnered with Lorinda for 16 years now, and my wife Elizabeth helps as well. So the three of us do this together. It's been a good friendship and good partnership.
Yeah, you guys, I don't think I've ever known a time where the two of you have never been together, and it seems like you do a lot together and it works very well for you.
Yeah, Joe and I became friends back in 2003, the year I got into the business. And we just became best of friends and got real close to Lorinda as well. When Joe passed away, we just sat down and talked and all decided to keep the Hudson Valentine sales going on, if nothing else, in his honor. I know he looks down from heaven. He's happy that we're still having cow sales here.
Oh, for sure he is. So how many years have you hosted this particular sale?
Well, we called it the legacy sale at the beginning in 2005, and we did that for 4 years. So in 2009, we sold the legacy to the TLMA, and then we started having what we call the Hudson Valentine Invitational Sale. And then we moved from venue to venue and changed the name, depending on what geography we were in. And but we've had a sale every year since 2005, and some years 2 sales.
So what made you want to have the sale in Fort Worth itself?
Like I say, we're always changing venues, looking for a better place to have a cow sale. We even went to Las Vegas one year, and but we had the opportunity, came to us for the stockyards, not just in Fort Worth, but in the historic stockyards, and it just seemed like a no-brainer. And I think this will be our 4th year to host a sale in the stockyards. And it's just so full of history, and the nostalgia is there. Everything about the Old West is personified and demonstrated there at the stockyards. Years ago, they trail drove, millions of cows right there down to the Fort Worth Stockyards, and that's where they auctioned them off. So that's where it all kind of began, the history of the Old West. And so what better place to have a Longhorn sale today here in 2021 than the stockyards.
It is. It's a perfect venue and a perfect area to host the sale.
Yeah, it just, tourists come from all over the world to see the stockyards. So it's just really kind of cool. There's so much, everything about it's cowboy themed and Longhorn themed. and the history of the Old West. And, if you romanticize the Old West, like we all like to do, a lot of it's just captured there in the stockyard. So it's just a great place to have a Longhorn sale.
Sure is. So do you remember the sale that had the most consignments?
Yeah, we always try to do around 100 animals, but in Legacy 4, we got up to 119. The Legacy was so popular, everybody kept wanting to consign, so we kept taking more and more. And that kind of makes for a long day. We've learned now over the years somewhere between 80 and 90 animals is about the right amount for a 2-day sale. I got a real short attention span, so after a couple hours, my mind starts drifting. So I try to be sensitive to what all the consigners and buyers are feeling out there. So I think we've got 87 lots in this sale, and that's about the right number.
I agree. I think it's a perfect amount. Do you remember the highest selling cow you've ever had at this sale?
In the stockyards, I think the highest selling animal was a bull, the bull that Richard Phillips bought from Bob Loomis, Cowboy Tough Checks, I think's his name. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we got 165,000 for that bull. We've had several cows sell for over 100,000. The record for the Hudson Valentine logo would be the $170,000 candy cane cow back in Legacy 4. But the bull, I think, was 160 or either 165,000. That was probably 3 or 4 years ago when he sold.
Well, hopefully we'll have another one this year too.
I really hope so. We got a cow called Sweet Maxie, a 5-year-old cow that's got over 105 inches of horn. And she's only 5 and still growing. In fact, she's grown an inch of horn in just the past few months since we got the last measurement on her. So we're just real excited about that. She's a special cow. The Merediths are consigning her. And I think history will be made in a new way after that cow sells. I really do.
Yeah, I've seen her in the catalog. I think there's a lot of attention being drawn to her. So
we all want to own the longest horn cow in the industry, and she's got a real shot at becoming that. I think there's 1,300-inch cows now in the world, according to Arrowhead, their webpage. And I think Sweet Maxie ranks number 4 right now, but she's much younger than the cows in front of her. So if she stays in good health, like I'm sure she will, I think she could have a real good shot at being the longest horn cow in the world in just a year or two.
Are there any other cows that you want to talk about that are in the sale?
We got a great lineup, and I hate to pick out just 3 or 4 names when there's so many consigners that put their very best in. Our heifer sale's fantastic. We start off with a couple really young heifers that have fantastic pedigrees. They're going to go for a lot of money. And then it just gets better as you go through the heifer sale. The cow sale, we've got several cows over 90 inches. Richard Phillip put in 2 cows over 90 inches. They're both going to do fantastic. And they're just, the sale's loaded. I can't remember a time when I felt more confident going into a sale because we have such a good lineup of cattle. Sometimes you try to do these cow sales and the cows aren't there and nothing works right when the good cows aren't in the sale. But this year we've got a lot of fantastic high-end elite cattle that we're auctioning. So I'm not worried or anxious about this sale at all. It's just going to be a blast watching it all happen.
Yeah, so you had a fantastic sale in Kentucky. Was that last month?
Yeah, maybe 6-7 weeks ago, we did a bluegrass sale there, and we had a good average for that sale. That's a smaller sale, and it's more of a regional sale. So we didn't have as many elite animals, but we still had a really good average for the animals we had. So we're really pleased with that. We had bidders from all over the country on bidders on hired hand. Y'all sold several over the internet for us. And we just had a real good turnout and a lot of fun. It was just a great event.
Yeah. So for those people that are coming to the sale, I know it's in the stockyards. Is there anything in particular that you want to talk about or mention that they could do in some of their downtime?
Just immerse yourself in the stockyard. Just walk up down the streets there and take it all in. There's so many good restaurants. Nightlife's great. Tourist attractions, shopping. There's just so much to do. we're staying at the new hotel called the Drover, and it's like a tourist attraction in itself. There's so much Western art and Western furniture, and it's so decorated such a nice way. Just everything about the stockyards is what I would recommend you do. They still have the old steer drive every day in the stockyards at, I'm not sure what time, maybe 4 o'clock, I'm not sure. But they actually drive the steers down the road, right down the street, and have the old cowboys there doing that. It's really cool. Like I say, tourists come from all over the world to view what's happening at the stockyards. So just come for the weekend and enjoy the whole atmosphere and the environment of the stockyards. It's just really a cool place to be.
It sure is. It's a lot of fun there. I know we have lots of memories from sales in the past that have been there. So, and I'm sure there'll be more made in a couple of weeks too.
Absolutely.
Was there anything else that you want to mention about the sale or let people know about?
I just hope everybody can get out and make it. If you can't make it, get on hired hand and bid on hired hand. There's a lot of, what we really want as Longhorn breeders is to keep improving our genetic pool. We want to keep making our herd better and breeding up. And I don't think we've ever had an offering of so many animals of such high quality as we do this time. It's just a fantastic set of heifers and a fantastic set of cows. And our consigners really stepped up and are bringing some of the best animals off their place. A lot of sales people just want to sell cows they don't want. Well, this is a different kind of sale. Every time a consigner consigns one, they're consigning one that hurts to sell because it's hard to sell these really good ones if you're really trying to build your program. So I appreciate the sacrifices that the consigners made to put in such high quality animals. So let's just all show up and watch them sell, and hopefully you'll be able to take home one. Everybody that out there that wants one can come and get what they're looking for. I think it's going to be a really fun weekend, and Elizabeth and I and Lorinda, we're all really looking forward to it.
Well, us too. So we'll see you in a few days.
All right, Jamie, thank you so much, and you have a great day.
Thanks, Bill. You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.